The Voice of Hind Rajab, gets record 23-minute ovation at Venice premiere. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. With tears and chants of free Palestine, and the waving of Palestinian flags, the true-life drama, The Voice of Hind Rajab, recounting the final plea of a 5-year-old Gaza girl who was brutally killed by the Israeli forces in Gaza City last year, received a more than 23-minute standing ovation at its premiere at the iconic Venice Film Festival. At Wednesday's premiere, the emotional docudrama focused on recordings from the Palestinian Red Crescent Society, which tried for hours to reassure Rajab as she lay trapped in a car where her aunt, uncle, and 3 cousins were killed by Israeli fire. After a 3-hour wait, rescuers were allowed, by the Israeli military, to dispatch an ambulance to the car where Rajab spoke from. However, contact with the girl was cut off just after the ambulance arrived. Days later, Rajab's body was found along with her relatives. The remains of the 2 killed ambulance workers who tried to rescue her were also recovered from their vehicle, which had been destroyed. Director of the docudrama, Franco-Tunisian Kayother Ben Hania, told reporters in advance of the screening that the narrative from the media of those dying in Gaza was that of collateral damage. And I think this is so dehumanizing, and that's why cinema, art, and every kind of expression is very important to give those people a voice and face, Ben Hania said. Rajab's mother, Wissam Hamada, told the AFP news agency that she hoped the film would help end the war. The whole world has left us to die, to go hungry, to live in fear, and to be forcibly displaced without doing anything, Hamada told AFP by phone from Gaza City, where she lives with her 5-year-old son. Cast hold up a picture of Hind Rajab during their record-breaking 23-minute-plus ovation this evening at the Rajab was killed by Israeli forces in Gaza last year. The film chronicles the 6-year-old's final hours. Get real-time breaking news alerts and stay up to date with the most important headlines from around the globe. Please check your email to confirm your subscription. By signing up, you agree to our. Moreover, a United Nations report in July 2024 found, citing forensic analysis, that Rajab's car was shot at from very close range using a type of weapon that can only be attributed to the Israeli forces. When the credits rolled on The Voice of Hind Rajab at the Venice Film Festival, more than a film ended, it became a moment, an emotional earthquake. Audiences remained on their feet. A standing ovation that stretched nearly 24 minutes, unprecedented at Venice, brushed aside any pretense of festival decorum. In its wake, sobs, haunting chants of Free Palestine, and the wave of Palestinian flags marked the birth of something larger than cinema. The film unfolds like a prayer whispered through static and fear. It relays the final, trembling pleas of Hind Rajab, a 5-year-old Palestinian girl trapped in the wreckage of a car, surrounded by the lifeless bodies of her family and paramedics. Her wide-eyed voice, captured in real call recordings to the Palestinian Red Crescent, becomes the film's heartbeat. "I'm so scared, please come," she sobs, resonating with a fragile humanity that no script could summon. Directed by Franco-Tunisian filmmaker Kayother Ben Hania, The Voice of Hind Rajab weaves audio and dramatic reenactment into a tapestry of urgency, grief, and resistance. The voice becomes Gaza's voice, urgent, wounded, pleading. "It was the voice of Gaza itself calling for help, and no one could reach her," Ben Hania said. She described how storytelling strips away news footage distance and insists on empathy. Silence shattered, records broken. The ovation shattered festival norms. Reports describe it ranging from 22 to nearly 24 minutes, outlasting traditional applause and eclipsing previous festival milestones. At Venice, the room next door held an 18-minute mark. At Cannes, Pan's Labyrinth once held court at 22 minutes. The Voice of Hind Rajab redefined them all. Inside the screening room, over 1,000 seats filled, silent tears turned into shouts. Free Palestine echoed, carried by trembling voices and tears. Actors raised the Palestinian flag, They held Hind's portrait aloft, turning film into protest, memory, and prayer. Star power with purpose, this was no indie whisper. Executive producers include Brad Pitt, Joaquin Phoenix, Rooney Mara, Alfonso Cuarón, Jonathan Glazer, Deed Gardner, and Jeremy Kleiner, heavyweights who brought Hollywood's spotlight to Gaza's anguish. Phoenix and Mara stood on the red carpet in solemn solidarity, not spectacle. A film beyond cinema. For Hind's mother, the premiere is more than applause. From Gaza City, Wissam Hamada said she hopes this glimpse into suffering might help end the war. Every tear, every clap, every sob in that screening room becomes an echo of her message. Let humanity awaken. Actor Saja Kilani, voicing Hind's trembling pleas, spoke for all when she demanded, "How have we let a child beg for life? Let Hind Rajab's voice echo around the world." In a festival often draped in glamour, the voice of Hind Rajab rose as something unignorable. Author Ben Hania's intent wasn't drama, it was confrontation. She said the media often renders Gaza's victims as collateral damage. This film gave Hind, and all like her, a face, a voice, a heartbeat. 11 months into a war that claimed over 60,000 lives in Gaza, the festival's screening hall transformed into a courtroom of grief. The film challenged viewers not to turn away. The festival's momentous heartbeat. Venice, often a playground for prestige, found itself in urgent conversation. Demonstrations had already stirred the waters, with chants and protests threading through the festival's events. But nothing matched the emotional ripple created by Hind's voice. In that moment, art and advocacy fused, reaching beyond cinema into the world's conscience. Final frame, a legacy beyond. The voice of Hind Rajab ended, but its ripple continues. This is not just cinema. It is a summons, a fracture in collective apathy. It is memory turned into mourning, sorrow turned into solidarity. Hind's voice lingers, not as a wisp, but as a roar. In Venice, the clappers vanished. Only silence lasted longer than applause, and in that silence, Hind speaks on. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.